Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, Salafam, to the Talknetic podcast, the first ever. This is take two. We messed up the first one, but it's all good. And today we have some good topics in store for you. So this is my special guest, Onicity. You might remember him from such gaming videos such as Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare and some cool gaming streams for the 4th of July. So we have a good show in store for you.
Yes, we do. Well, nice to see you, Sal fam. If I could get some of your subscribers, I would love it.
Make sure to
Just saying, I have like 1 million videos coming out, so every 2 days you guys are gonna get a new Civilization 6 video. I know, pretty gosh darn exciting. So come on down and check me out.
Maybe some hiking videos.
In honor to be here, though. In honor to be here, good sir.
Thank you.
On your podcast. What's our first topic of the day, though?
Well,
Are we consulting the magical
Our first
magical
topic
box of knowledge?
the magical box of knowledge. We have. Did you close the tab?
Yes, I closed the tab.
Okay, so you guys in the future this can be up to you guys, but we can. You guys can tell some topics and we'll discuss them. But right now we can do.
Did someone say something in the chat?
Topics. Our editor can read it for
Our
us.
editor.
Never mind.
Editor, you need to have it open on your magical talking stick as well.
It does say there's somebody here, but I do not think that person's here.
Okay. Speak about some cool countries or cities. So.
Okay. Well, you just visited a place. Shoot.
I just did visit a place. So the Kibler family, my family, we recently went to Switzerland, and we went to Zurich, flew to Zurich. We drove to a place called Interlaken, which is a town in between two lakes. That means Interlaken, two lakes, or between lakes, I believe. So yeah, we drove there. We drive up to this place called Lauterbrunnen, which is it's around this big ski resort. European ski resorts are very different from American ones. It's all like interconnected with trams and gondolas, but it's a bunch of different resorts, and they're huge. They're like 10 times bigger than the biggest American resorts. It's insane, but they don't have any hard runs. So we go there.
So you obviously carved up the map.
Well, it was in the summer, so there wasn't much snow.
Good point.
So we take the train up to a town called Wengen because you can't drive up there. It's a great town. Like very Swiss, and the views are great.
Very Swiss. What defines a Swiss town to you?
To me, a Swiss town, I don't know. It's just a very like the peaked roofs, very alpine. It was very nice. But great views of the glaciers on the mountains, and we took the tram up one day. We hiked from the top around the whole mountain about 8 miles, I believe, 7 miles, 8 miles, back around underneath the chairlifts. Is a really, really beautiful, like above the tree line, like wildflowers. It was really amazing. So great hiking. We did river rafting too, and we even did hang gliding or paragliding,
which is the video on the channel. You go check that out a few days ago.
Mm-hmm. It was a pretty cool video.
Our editor just left. He grabbed us some beverages, but then he dipped. So oh well.
Yeah.
What is the coolest place you've ever been to though? Because I know you've been all over the world, man.
I have been to several countries. So, the coolest place I've ever been to, that's very tough. Switzerland was definitely up there. But I gotta say, like Villa Irish with you in Italy, that's gotta be up there.
I mean, let's be honest, guys. Anything with the boys makes it 10 times better.
I agree. And Italy, it was perfect with the villa, like sharing it with the whole family, the cousins, the grandparents was amazing. Beautiful property, bocce court, pool. It really doesn't get any better than that. So I got to say that's probably the best place I've been to.
Fair enough. You know, you're better with that. Excuse me, editor. I know you grabbed us our waters, but can we have them, please? Thank you very much.
Editor Evan, make sure to check. He has his own YouTube channel, actually, Evan Kibler. No? Okay. You don't have to check it out, but he does have some nice videos.
Well, our editor giving us the finest water liqueur around.
Indeed. These glasses are, of course, made only of the finest glass harvested in the Tibetan Himalayas.
Yep.
I don't know if Tibet's in the Himalayas, but it sounds about right. It's a kind of
Tibet's inside the Himalayas. It's fully encompassed by the Himalayas. Actually, no, it's not.
You're thinking of Nepal, I think.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Nepal. Tibet's part of China now. It's below the Himalayas. It's down below. Okay. Our editor has a topic recommendation for us. Food.
Food, of course.
Food is a great thing. Everyone can connect around food. Why don't we rewind on the conversation we had earlier? What's your favorite food across all the different cultures in the world?
Oh, that is a good question, Onisty. I'll hand this off to you. Actually, you take the floor right here.
I think a good combination of food obviously has to be meat. I don't do any of that vegan stuff. That's not real. It's not real food. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not a bunny rabbit. I'm not eating green stuff. So no green stuff. That's off the table. That's me personally. And any sane human being who lives within a normal place, except in India where they don't eat cows. If you're Hindi. Anyway, moving on, away from my tangent. Good food, good meat, or fish. Either way. Fish meat, same thing. Pescatarians. Has to have some good sorts of sauce, some spice to it. Can't be bland. I gotta admit. When I get home sometimes and I have chicken with rice, it's just not there. Yeah, we can do better.
We can.
But I think, and then last but not least, that good grain rice. Couscous is a big one for me. If anyone knows what couscous is, pearl couscous is number one.
Is that the bigger one? I like the bigger one.
It's the bigger one. It's the big smooth one.
Yes.
Pearl couscous is the best one.
It's almost like mac and cheese. Kind of like the texture.
Yeah,
it doesn't taste
I
like
can
it.
see it. But out of all my foods in the world, what's my top foods? That's an interesting one indeed. You know what? I think that's hard.
It is a tough question. And if you're watching this, make sure to leave in the comments what you think your favorite food is, and we will review it. We will. I'll give my opinion. He will give his opinion. It'll be a great time. But in the meantime,
I think the best food on average that I can always find that's good is linguine with clams. It's always a good one. Pasta linguine with clams. It's a solid dish. Some white wine, obviously burnt. Don't worry, burnt off. I'm underage. I get it. And it's good. It's very consistent. Everyone can make it. Some people make it with too much salt, though. Too much salt is not it, but it's very good. It's simple. Clams are really good, and I'm not that much of a spice person, but you need to have some flavor there, and it's definitely there, especially some of the more robust dishes. Anyway, let's see what you got, Walty.
So we got some seafood Italian from Onisty.
Mm-hmm.
I do love Italian food, but I gotta say, my favorite food, it might be a tie between Mexican and Indian. Mexican food, obviously, I have a lot. I've had great Mexican food. I've had bad Mexican food. I live in LA. It's kind of a given that you're gonna eat Mexican food if you live in LA.
We're having some tonight for dinner.
Actually, would our host please grab me 2 mushroom tacos and Onisty, what would he like? We can.
I do love a mushroom taco.
We'll do
Can I have a mushroom taco?
2?
Yeah.
2
What do you
mushroom.
want on them?
Everything.
Sure.
So we will review.
Oh my
those
gosh, our editor is
in a
him.
second.
Our editor is him.
We'll review those in a second. But in the meantime, I'll voice my opinions on Mexican and Indian food. The thing I like about Mexican food is the spice, and that's another strong point in Indian food, I may say. But the salsa, if you just have that red salsa, that green salsa with the jalapenos or the habaneros, that's chef's kiss. That's amazing. And it's not just spice, it's the flavor. The chilies give it the flavor. You got the tomatoes, you got pepper. If you put black pepper in a salsa, you're immediately my best friend. Like, black pepper is one of my favorite flavors. If you put it in salsa, that's why I love Rubio's. It's a fast food chain, but it's Mexican, and that's the only Mexican fast food that I like. Taco Bell, Del Taco, that stuff is garbage.
That's not Mexican food.
That's not, yeah.
But that might as well be McDonald's.
Rubio's Coastal Grill. If you ever see one, go there.
So good.
Get the beer battered fish burrito, beer battered fish tacos. Any fish there? Don't get the meat. Get the fish.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You gotta try it. And get the picante sauce on it. Don't get the Diablo. Get the picante. The black pepper is amazing. And the tortilla. I love a good tortilla, a good flour or corn tortilla, preferably corn, but flour's good too. And the meat, like al pastor, when it's on the thing, it doesn't get much better than that.
See, now you're making me hungry, but luckily our editor's coming.
Mm-hmm. Mushroom tacos, we're getting mushroom. Those are really good too.
So is what meat comes in these mushroom tacos exactly, Walty?
Oh, it's just mushroom.
It's just mushroom.
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought you knew that. No,
there's no actual real meat.
No, you can ask for some.
See, that's the problem. That's what I was talking about, people. I mean, it's fine. I'll have some meat later, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know I'm a glizzy gobbler, but I mean.
Yeah. So anyway, and then what I like about Indian food, obviously you gotta have the curries. The sauce is unparalleled in terms of any other ethnic food or any other food in general. The sauce
we can't really say ethnic. Technically, we're ethnic too.
Yeah.
Compared to the whole world.
Any food really. The sauce is unparalleled with Indian food. It's just the curry, the butter chicken. If you've never had butter chicken, you have to have it. It's amazing. It's really.
It's certainly not fish and chips. I'll tell you that much.
You can make good fish and chips, but it's not really. The flavor is just not there when it.
What flavor is there? Let's be honest.
Well, it's not a very robust flavor, but it's mild, but it can be good, but it's nothing like Indian food. Indian food is just the spices, the curry, the vindaloo. It's all good, man. It's all good.
See, I just had no idea what he said, and he blew my mind in those few sentences alone. Oh, our food's here.
Our food is here,
Thank
so
you.
we'll be eating.
This is such a good editor, I gotta admit.
This is my parents' bedroom, so let's not make a mess. But we will.
Let's see, what do we got here? Your editor.
So,
you're the editor.
Editor,
can
please
take this
show
up for the
this up
camera.
to the camera. We got our mushrooms, we got our guacamole, we got our chopped onions and cilantro,
Some pinto beans.
some pinto beans as well. And
This looks great. Everyone knows cilantro, best herb in the business. You can never go
Yeah.
wrong with cilantro. So
yeah, it's from a place called Tacos 1986. If you're in the LA area, make sure to get Tacos 1986. It is unbeatable in terms of Mexican food, I believe. Besides maybe Poppy, that's pretty good too. My friend, that was good.
I do like mushrooms a lot. That's good. Mushrooms are almost a substitute for beef.
That was really good.
Oh yeah. You know what though?
What?
I think we made this better.
Salsa?
Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh.
Usually they have sauce on them. I don't know why they don't right now, but it's still really good.
Yes, indeed.
What I like about it, the tortilla is really good. The tortilla is really good. The mushrooms are they're cooked nicely. They're nicely salted. Not too salty, but it gives it a good flavor. The chopped onions are really good. The beans, just everything is very tastefully done. It's not overdone on everything. It all mixes together for a perfect, well-rounded bite. And that's what I like about this restaurant. They get everything right. And if you want a chicken taco or steak taco, you can ask them.
Wait, you can't do it in here. You're doing the music room. What are you doing?
Well, we're doing a podcast.
Wait, they can't do it in the music room. There's a bed there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because I'm sleeping.
Okay.
We're not making a mess, don't worry.
Are your pants totally dry?
Mhm.
You're making a mess, Walter.
All on the plate.
Albert, no.
I just fell on the floor. I saw it.
This is my food, Obi. No, Obi.
Don't worry.
I'm not hitting on the floor.
Obi, out.
You want napkins?
Yes, please.
Actually, our editor's got it.
Evan, can you help Obi get out?
Sorry. It turns out when you're making a podcast in your parents' bedroom and they get mad, it's not good.
Well,
And we have our secondary editor talking very rudely and interrupting the pod because a very silly dog is trying to eat the dog. He's a foot tall. Stop messing with the dog. Thank you.
No.
Take the dog. Thank you.
okay. Well, that was an exciting turn
Oh,
of
4th of
events,
July
wasn't it?
napkins. You already know. America first. Sorry.
I love wiping my face off on our flag.
So do I.
Okay. Our number one priority is not to get food on the furniture.
clean it up.
Don't worry. All right. Yeah.
Our
editor right
editor,
here is
our editor with a voice reveal. Okay.
All right. So, let's see what's next on the agenda. We got book or film reviews. Have you read any good books lately? Watched any good movies? All right. What? Let's see what he's got. By the way, guys, this is not sponsored. This is all the budget, everything is coming from me. So,
AKA zero.
yeah, exactly. So I'd like to thank the sponsor of this video, myself.
Can I be the sponsor? I feel like I'm the sponsor.
He's the sponsor. He's the sponsor too.
of this video.
Anyway, but let's see. Paizel Surfboards. If you're looking to sponsor me, hit me up. Okay, I'll plug your brand. Anyway, you can go. You get. Or you
No, I think I've watched a few good movies out recently, but I have to admit, after the more recent Transformers movies have fallen flat on their face, Transformers: Rise of Beasts or Age of Beasts was very, very refreshing, very good, very well done.
Nice.
It wasn't cheesy. Optimus claps some butt. Always a good thing to see. You know, big boy Optimus. Cybertron needs saving. That was a horrible voice. It was good.
I did not see that one.
What about you? We were looking at some Tropic Thunder bloopers earlier.
Oh yeah, well,
And
that is a funny movie.
we have now learned that you never go forward.
Never go full. Never go full.
Sometimes I wonder about our editor, second editor. But I think that our second editor is very nice. So editor, you're not supposed to get in the frame. Oh my
Okay.
gosh, our second editor in some very skimpy clothing, quite honestly.
That's
is getting in the frame.
inappropriate.
Children, avert your eyes.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah, Tropic Thunder. It's a great movie. If you like comedy, that's one of the best movies to watch, really. But yeah, I'm not too into movies. Like I haven't seen any new movies that have come out recently.
Neither have I. I've been disappointed regularly, to be honest.
Hmm.
I was excited for Puss in Boots because a lot of people talked about it, about how Death was such a
Had a
scary
lot of hype.
villain.
Yeah.
Had a lot of hype. For me, it was okay.
Hmm.
A little bit too cheesy. The dog in the movie was just stupid. The dog quite literally went forward.
Anyway, so since it is almost the 4th of July, we'll be talking a little bit about the 4th of July. What do you think we should do? Should we do some trivia? Should we do some like traditions? What?
I am all for doing some trivia, and then we can hit up some traditions that we have or you have, more importantly.
Okay. So, well, let's see. We don't really have any listeners watching. As far, yeah, zero listeners. So, but you know, if you're rewatching this,
Isn't that 9 people?
no, that's 0, right?
That is 0.
Okay.
Oh, well, you know what? If this video gets 9 likes and 9 people saw this,
That's pretty good. Oh, one now? Oh, 1 like.
ladies and gentlemen,
We have 1 like.
welcome back to the
0
video.
listeners, but 1 like. All right. Anyway,
Guarantee you that's your mom.
I don't think so. She doesn't know we're streaming.
Oh, good point.
Anyway, yeah, the 4th of July. So what year was the Declaration of Independence signed? You should know this.
1776.
Good job.
I am a true-blooded American after all. But why out of all dates the 4th of July? Because the Declaration was not signed on the 4th of July.
I'm not entirely sure about that.
A lot of presidents died on the 4th of July. There's several, in fact. More presidents have died on the 4th of July than any other day.
So are you saying that the 4th of July was only created as a holiday after several presidents had died?
Mm-hmm.
And when would that be? Would that be around like how many presidents in like 15th, 16th? What, like Abraham Lincoln?
I have no idea. We have a trivia fact guess or answer on the phone here. Can our editor help us out? How many presidents died on the 4th of July? 3.
And more importantly, when was the 4th of July founded as a national holiday?
Mm-hmm. And if so, if what the Declaration of Independence was on the 4th of July, then I feel very dumb right now.
Thank you very much. And thank you for changing your clothes.
Editor, you can't. The badge you're wearing on your clothes cannot be in the video. Just saying, editor.
Anyway,
That's why I put my clothes on inside out. Thank you. I will hand them to you off frame.
make sure to leave a like if you like our background, because this might be the last time you see it in the stream, depending on how well the cleanup goes. Although I don't see much of a mess here, but we might not be allowed back.
I thought we ate very, very well.
We did.
Do we have any other types of tacos to rate before we're done? Beef tacos. We have beef tacos. Wow. 1887 was when it was made a holiday.
That's pretty late.
That is
actually.
very late. That is very late.
So then, as a follow-up question,
That's after the Emancipation Act, isn't it? It is after the Emancipation Act.
I was like the 1830s, right? 1836 or something.
I have no idea. I don't remember. But it's after.
No, is that wrong? When is the Emancipation Proclamation? All right.
Dos.
Dose.
I want dos tacos.
All right.
Who's the second?
The second editor's getting them.
Okay.
The second editor let in the dog.
Well, why don't we talk about what we did today while we're waiting? So, why don't you start us off, Onesty?
Get Obi.
No way. It looks classier if I have a.
You have a head on your pet his head. So today I'm sleeping over with the boys, obviously. everything's better with the boys. But I think we went down to the Jonathan Club, which is a very highly esteemed club
It is.
down at the beach. We did not go to the central location. Central location is mid. We had a race first of all.
Oh, we did.
Now
How'd that go?
I myself am not a professional swimmer to any extent, but he gave me some very, quite honestly, very, very, very tight swimming guard.
Well, I gave him a jammer, the biggest one I had actually, and it was still pretty tight on him. But
I'm 33. He is 29 hips. That's
Yeah.
the difference.
It was a 30.
He is a swimmer in the first place. I don't swim at all. I play football and soccer, so
Yeah. Well, but I think the race overall went pretty well for you. You beat your main opponent.
yes,
Evan.
I beat our editor himself.
You can show your face if you want or not. It doesn't matter.
I think the editor wants to keep his face in.
Okay.
I mean, I did beat the 13-year-old editor, which is kind of about 14-year-old part of me.
14
Just recently, 14-year-old editor.
And also very excitingly, I raced my dad, who is a very esteemed swimmer from the 1980s and 1990s, and also probably the 1970s. All 3 decades, he got it all covered.
I feel like he would have been a toddler in the 1970s, but
He was swimming back
thank you
then.
very much.
And also,
Oh, that smells delicious. Can someone show off the beef tacos, please, to our esteemed people at home? That is going to be 10 times better than mushroom. I tell you, people, meat is way better than fake meat. I mean, I'm sorry.
I don't know if mushrooms really fake meat, but it's kind of
you know what? That's a good point. That's a good point. It is.
It's more like
Thank you, editor.
it's just different. It's not like vegan meat. Vegan meat is disgusting. Like
Oh my
if you use a
gosh,
real ingredient like a mushroom or something that's already good, and you put it in a taco, I don't know. I think that's a recipe for success. And how is it?
Well,
Nothing's I'm good.
yeah, the beef is gonna have to win.
Okay, I've had them before. I have to say I either like chicken or mushroom the best, but I thought I'd mix it up. I usually get chicken, so I went mushroom, and I was not disappointed. But apparently
Both were
beef is
good.
very
Both were
too.
good. Both were good.
So yeah, about the race. My dad, he specializes in the 50 freestyle, or when he did swim, he did. And I have to say, I faced him before on a couple of occasions, and the most recent, and he's always beat me, unfortunately.
Well, he got a dub with me around, so
Yeah, but
I mean, it was 3, 2, 1, go. His father jumped the block,
well,
was in the water first.
He did leave. I had a bad start. He left basically right on time. And then I left a little bit late because I was anticipating the take your marks go, and I didn't hear take your marks. All I heard was a 3, 2, 1. So I was a little confused. But I saw him jump off the block. I went off half a second later, got in the water, started swimming fast. As soon as I got to the wall, I knew I was swimming fast. So I had a really good flip turn, good underwaters. Off the wall, I knew I was going to win the race because I looked over, I glanced, I saw I was catching up to him, and I went full steam ahead, and I powered through and I beat him. And not by an insignificant amount, but by a decent amount, not too much, but definitely visibly I beat him. So I was definitely very happy about that. But you know what they say, like beating somebody once doesn't really prove anything. So I got to try it again at some other point in time because as of now we are 1-1 officially.
I'm sure you will be very consistent. Here's the thing. No offense to his father. He's a prime in his life, honestly. Let's be honest. Look at Walt Salamander himself. Huge pecs, great swimming form. I mean, what do you not
My
love?
technique's not great, but
His father is getting rapidly older and is balding, so
well, he's
shots
still,
fired.
He still is definitely a lot stronger than me, but
I mean, the younger generation comes out on top sooner or later.
well,
And then after the fact, we had an amazing volleyball game.
we did. Yes, we played beach volleyball. Mostly me and editor number 1, my brother Evan, and Onicity and his sister. We played. I believe we won both. We played once, and then we switched the teams up. But the point is, we were practicing. We took a little break, and we actually saw these 2 guys who were probably like 20 years old or so.
So at least in the prime of their lives. Let's be
Yeah, I mean they were
6'5" each, good, easy.
Yeah, they were
Definitely
they knew what they were
volleyball players. They had their own ball. One of them had a little corn stash. He was ready to go.
Yeah, they are. And
I mean,
we challenged them. I'm not gonna lie. We walked up and we challenged them, and
Yeah.
they took us up on it, and it was 2 guys versus us 3. But then again, we are much younger and much less experienced. And I gotta say, I think we held our own a little bit. I mean, we definitely lost by a significant amount. We weren't really keeping score, but I mean, we got at least 6 or 7 points off them. So, and we probably did 25 rallies or so. So so they safe to say they definitely won, but we didn't play too bad, especially for the first time of us all playing together, and really the first time of us all like really playing at all.
I don't play volleyball. You don't play
You
volleyball.
didn't play volleyball.
I mean, I can't tell you who plays volleyball, but someone did, and we went up there and we showed them. I think honestly,
I think we did.
They were scared. They were scared.
I agree. It was really a good time.
Then here comes my favorite part.
What?
The next thing we did. Do you not remember the next thing we did?
Digging a hole?
No, before that.
Ice cream?
No. We ate lunch.
We did eat lunch.
Very revolutionary, I know.
You were
But we
disappointed,
did
though.
indeed eat lunch.
We did eat lunch, but you were disappointed by it.
I was disappointed by my lunch. I gotta admit. It was no
Tacos 1986.
Tacos 1986. It was not indeed. I will say, however, that the ice cream sandwiches we had at a later point were on point, very on point indeed.
They were good. They were pretty good. I'll attest to that.
What about our antics in the bounce house
shortly
after lunch?
Yeah. So, well, when we're talking about terrorizing small children, you can't really leave out Owenicity. He's the king of that. They happened to set up a bounce castle with a like a little run through the things, and there's some like little blow up towers in there. And you walk, you know how it goes. You walk up the thing at the end, and you get on
There's
the
2
slide.
different slides. You got to race your friends.
Yeah.
Obstacle course, classic
Yeah.
bounce house.
And Arthur was trying to tell us.
We're
something.
getting to that. That's at the end of the story. Okay, that's at the end of the story. Our editor is trying to push the story forward faster, but this is a good part of the story.
This is a good part.
Now, Walter Salamander was not having the bounce house whatsoever, though. I will say.
I went in a couple of times. Terrorizing small children isn't really my thing. I'm sorry, guys. I have to come out about it. But to some people, it is, and I think Owenicity would like to, how do you? I don't know what word I'm looking for, but like explain a little bit more.
Let's put this part clear. I do not terrorize children.
Okay.
I make them realize what they are doing is wrong, and I respectfully recorrect them.
Yeah, like the 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds, right?
Okay, well, you know what? Sometimes they need bigger recorrection than their age implies, but I correct them. To put an end to a very, not a long story, but it's just a story. I was bullying, let's correct that. I was playing around with a younger gentleman, probably 13.
Probably 10, 11.
No, at least 13.
Because he's barely 14, so.
That is a good point. If he's a midget, though. Our editor's a midget.
He's not that short.
Our editor's 5'5" and 14. That is embarrassing. Editor number 2 is raising her hand, but she's 5'2", so we don't. It's okay. She's a girl. But I mean, at the end of the day, I was playing around with this kid, smacking him with. There's a big inflatable in the middle, and I'm on the other side. And we're smacking each other with the poles.
Each other.
Okay, I was smacking
as he rained repeated blows down on him
with the inflatable. He was laughing. It was fun.
Yeah, no.
And then a small child, probably 3 years old.
Probably 3 of age.
I mean, our editor thinks he was 1 or 2 max.
No, he was definitely 3. He wasn't 1. He was probably maybe high.
Dude, could you walk that well at 1 year old? Then again, he did fall over and almost eat sand. He intentionally ate sand.
He was 3. He was probably 3.
Okay, we'll say he's 3. He walks through. He goes up. He kind of needs direction.
He's a younger
to editor number 2. He's a younger gentleman. We don't mess with him, obviously. I don't bully small children. I just bully
relatively
small children. So he goes on with his life. He comes back, and then he has this amazing idea to follow me. So I attempt to go up the slide, and I go back down. And he see these circular things that you're supposed to step in and out of, and it's pretty big compared to him.
It's about an
tall.
inflatable circle about the same diameter
like a
as
tire.
his height.
Yeah.
And he's
So
also unable to talk.
He puts his knees. He cannot talk. He puts his knees on top of the tire, basically, And there's sand because we are at the beach in the middle of the tire, a big, huge pile. Like the kids intentionally shoveled the sand in, I'm sure. And
or we're at the beach and it gets
he
stuck on the
proceeds
feet.
to let go of the tire, starts to fall forward, and I catch him because that's not goldfish. You're not eating sand today. I pick him up, give him a little front flip, place it back down. That was kind of fun. I will admit I was surprised by how light he was, but it was fun. Place it back down. He waddled away up the stairs and down the slide. And to return, he was not afraid, and he went a few more times before he left. And I continued raining blows on this 10-year-old who was talking crap to me this entire time.
You didn't say a word.
Yes, he did.
He was like,
he was so
stop.
rude to me. He
Really?
was so rude to me.
What did he say?
The first thing he said to me when editor number 2 and I were jumping on the red thing was "ha ha," and then he said the no word. He said the word when you go poop. I know, and I told
think
him.
I heard that.
I told him.
That's brutal.
I told him no words, and he's like, yeah, my boss. And I told him. Then he goes around playing to the side, and that's my opportunity. So me and editor number 1 absolutely rain blows him. I'm talking. We're throwing the thing at him. I mean, it was fun. Then what do we do next? I'm trying to recall.
I think we're kind of going a little out of order because we ate lunch like way. I don't know, but
That was after lunch, remember?
yeah, I know.
Then we got the ice cream sandwiches after that.
Yeah.
Okay, ice cream sandwiches. We ate the ice cream sandwiches. Then after the fact, oh, can I have 2 more beef tacos? I'm not a skinny shrimp like him. I don't know what he's looking like. I need 2 more beef tacos. Thank you.
Mushrooms.
I don't. It's one or the other. It's not a topping. Yeah.
That's weird.
Editor number 2 is a very good server. No, we went down to the beach and we started playing in the sand as children tend to do. And we made a very decent sized hole when someone named Walty Salamander quit on us. Not gonna lie. Editor number 1 and I were working hard. In fairness, I will say Walty Salamander did have a spade at a certain point, and as you can imagine, we did not have real shovels. We had 1 real shovel and 1 plastic one, and it was not fast digging whatsoever. We got decently deep, I think.
Yeah, maybe about 1.5 foot deep, and it was
Decently wide.
maybe a foot deep, but it was pretty wide. It was probably 6-7 feet wide, maybe 3 feet, like or deep. I don't know. 2 feet
So
wide.
width, length, deep. Nah.
Yeah, same thing.
Basically, if we do the area of a cube,
So let's say
what's
7
the
times
cube
3.
area?
So basically,
We're probably at 20 cubic feet.
probably about 20 cubic feet.
20 cubic feet.
About.
Sounds like a good number. Oh my gosh, my feet are black. There's my toe reveal. Now I can't do OnlyFans. Gosh darn it.
All right, you heard it here, folks. Well,
I'm just kidding.
you think I think this is a good time to end the podcast?
You think we're not done with the day?
Yeah,
We have to finish the
okay.
day. We have to finish the day.
Okay. All right. We'll finish the day and then we'll stop.
Okay. You get the next segment. What do we do after the fact? You
Well-
and I had some good sumo wrestling.
We did have we drew a circle in the sand. We had some good sumo wrestling. I don't know if this is really interesting to you guys. You can comment. I'll change it accordingly. But yeah, from now on, we're just gonna talk about what we did today. And we did some good sumo wrestling in the sand. I believe I won. We only did 1 round, but I won. And or maybe we did 2, but I won both. And then we got in the water, which was very cold at first. But as you can expect from Southern California, never really gets all that warm in the water. About 65 degrees. And we went in, started playing in the waves as one does when he's in the water. And we did that for, I don't know,
I will
15 minutes.
admit, Walty is a pro body surfer with the waves. No bodyboard, boogie board, whatever you call it. No surfboard. I mean, purely bare-chested, Speedo wearing fun. And he absolutely ripped it. I'll give that to him. He absolutely ripped it indeed.
Thank you. Honesty is he's definitely an up and coming body surfer. He's pretty good too.
Okay.
I think in a couple of months, if he practices, he might beat me.
Oh
So
my gosh! Thank you, editor number 2. I live in a desert. How do I practice body surfing when I live in a desert?
on the sand dunes, you like
On the sand
you like
dunes,
crawl down the sand dunes.
crow down the sand dunes.
Anyway, we did that for a little
Well,
while.
you heard that here first. Up and coming video. Not biking on the Indian Trail. Riding down the sand dunes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'll be my next.
Although you
episode.
don't really live near any sand dunes. Yeah, any big ones at least.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah. You have to go out to like Death Valley or something.
No, I probably south of Fountain Hills, if anyone knows who that is. Near where we're ATVing, there are some.
Oh yeah.
There's
Probably.
something called Lake Saguaro, if any of you know what that is. It's probably the best lake in Arizona. Some would argue it's Lake Pleasant. Lake Pleasant looks like dirty bathwater if someone sharded in it. I mean, I'm sorry. But anyway, to get back on topic.
That's pretty much all we did. We went in the water, we got out. And
Yeah, fair enough. We went back. Now, at this point in time, there are some very, very nice, and I mean very nice, facilities to bathe in.
Oh.
So I did. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, we'll get to me being an old man in a second. But I went in. I showered with the boys. We all have different showers. It's not weird. All of us have our swim trunks on still. So
Still.
at
And,
this point in
and this
time,
only applies to him.
at this point in time, we shower, get out, and my hair doesn't look like it. But beforehand, I had it fully back like this, and I'll explain why. Did it just sit there? Is it stuck now? It is stuck now.
Yeah.
Well, now it's stuck now for the rest of the pod. But we got out, and first of all, we had a battle so you could bleed through brushing their teeth first.
Yes.
Fastest.
I lost that one, but I did end up drawing a decent amount of blood. So.
Technically, I think editor number one bled first, but barely.
But he
I bled
definitely had the
huge
highest volume of
I had the highest blood. Knew I would win this battle because I knew I never brushed my teeth. So it was a pretty easy W for me. Just because when I brush my teeth, that all my gums just automatically bleed. We did some mouthwash, pretty good. I put on some mousse. And then as I take off my board shorts and put on my loincloth, and I quite literally mean a loincloth, you wash your hands in your sink, you rush your sink, and you're going through, and you get down, and you go, oh, what's that on the side? Oh, it's a little towel. Probably 1 second, we're gonna fully extend this napkin to give you guys a good estimation.
It
of
was
the
a lot bigger than
size.
that.
It's a lot bigger than that.
It was about the
So it's probably a half a towel, quarter of a towel.
maybe about half.
But
half
it doesn't
a-
reach all the way around, I'll tell you that much.
Half
So-
half a bath towel.
I have it wrapped around my frontal areas, and my buttocks is fully exposed as you put your board shorts in the thing, and you compress it, and it goes, it vibrates, and you put it down. Oh, we have an example. We have an example. Oh my gosh, we have an example.
Around this size.
So here,
Around this size. Not that's finely decorated, I will say, but around that size.
I'm just sitting here. Yeah, that's
No,
about
it was
it.
big. It was bigger than that.
So my buttocks is fully exposed, probably, and I'm sitting here, just chilling, almost old manish. And after that, I put back on my board shorts after they're fully dry, and I get attacked by the worst gremlin I've ever seen with his new haircut, editor number one. And he grabs 2 vials of cologne, I want to say.
Not cologne. It was like body spray.
Body spray. I don't know what he grabbed. Deodorant. He started spraying the crap out of my armpits. I mean, I had white body spray foam on my armpits. So then I, of course, had the genius idea after I already smelled it bad that it smells like a combination of flavors. He did them all at once. Well, if I do one flavor, then it'll work, right? So I do one, whatever. I do one different type, and I do one type. Smell it. It still smells like a mix. So instead of continuing doing that one type, I instead grab a different type and spray even more of that. In fact, I didn't just spray it on my armpits. I sprayed it all around. I sprayed it in the air. I got to get the liquidation in the stuff. So then we finish. I go back out in my. Who was it? I think it was our aunt, Miss. You know who coughed first because she smelled it.
Yes.
We walked up and to my family, and the first thing that happened was, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" My hair's all slicked back like this. So at first I said, I'm not saying a word, but I said, "It's not my hair." It's people to guess, and then their father takes one sniff at my armpits and goes, "What the fudge?" And then everyone starts sniffing. They're like, "Oh my goodness gracious! It's more rancid than a fart, but it's cologne basically." So then I had to take a secondary shower, but on this shower I decided I sprayed it all around, right? It definitely went near my nether regions. So I have to go old man style in the middle of the restroom, showering yet again with the boys for the second time.
I wasn't in there.
He was in
not
there.
that
But editor
time.
number one was he's enjoying the package, but I'm just kidding. But no, I took off the board shorts, bathed, showered, same thing. But we had secondary comedy. We brushed our teeth yet again because we had some chicken along the way, but that's inconsequential. We got some mouthwash.
By the way,
Keep it in their mouth the longest.
if you find our hygienic routine entertaining, I very much appreciate it.
Yes.
Continue.
We did some mouthwash. So now
That stuff is strong. Like
that was weak. My stuff was way stronger. I had knockoff CVS mouthwash. Not made by CVS. We're not sponsored by CVS, but some brand that they have there.
Mhm.
It's like pink. Oh my gosh, it burned. It's way worse than the stuff there. I could have had that stuff there in my mouth for 20 minutes. That stuff there was mild.
I feel like
So-
usually it gets better, but that one got worse as the season.
It did. I won though.
He did win.
I won. It was good. Kept in my mouth the longest. And then after the fact, I'm not gonna lie, my armpits smell slightly like cologne. I had to do the same thing. I got the loincloth out, put on my board shorts, washed him. Then after the fact, I see this vial of LA. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on what the bottle is. It works very well. It's some sort of gel mixture. LA Power. Whatever. It keeps my hair in place. So I rubbed the gel through my hair,
You're
and
forgetting the part where you like just slathered it all over.
I
your head.
slathered it all over my head. And it eventually dried, and my hair is stuck here, shiny. My hair does not normally go back like this. I don't know if it's still back, but I think I ended up breaking it off, all the tendrils, because my hair was like a sticky. I look like a ding dong, and I was not going to look like a ding dong on the pod. I'll tell you that much. Is that what it is? Give me the phone, editor. You're not allowed to talk. Editor doesn't have rights. That is not it. That's the brand. LA Looks. That is the brand, but that's not this specific bottle. Anyway, I can highly recommend for people who want a gel slick back look like you're an American Psycho. But yeah, it was good. It was definitely a move. And then I think that was it pretty much.
Yeah.
We got out, took the car ride back. That was pretty eventful.
Oh yeah. I mean, I played like 18 levels of Walkmaster. So-
He is a walk master, certainly.
I am. I'm quite literally the walk master. I'm good at real walking too.
Is that our pod tomorrow?
Yeah, how to walk. let us know if you want to see that on the podcast. But for now, I think that's it for the Talknetic podcast. First ever, and hopefully not last ever. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Go subscribe to me.
All right.
I don't want to